Before we leave level 1, there's one more requirement for graduation. You must be able to effectively draw the charge. Sometimes it takes a collision to stop the ball from getting into the highway or from scoring in the highway. We want those collisions to be the fault of the offense, not the defense. To break things up a bit, I've asked my friends at Point Guard College to teach this skill. Now, they can't give you all their secrets. You'll need to attend their camp for that. But they can give you enough to separate you from the ordinary defender.
We're going to cover the aspects of charge taking to help increase your confidence in taking charges and to increase your overall effectiveness. I found most players don't take charges either because they don't know how to properly or because they're just not sure if they're going to be able to get the call. So what we're going to cover today is how to take the charge effectively and significantly increase your likelihood of getting the call. So we're going to cover some of the basic principles of what we call the 4-inch fall. And most players have a habit of taking a 4-foot fall. And when you're taking a 4-foot fall and you're straight up when the offensive player hits you, well, number one, that can hurt. Number two, your likelihood of being able to take the charge is significantly reduced because a good offensive player, a good attacker, is going to make some type of direction change and get around you, and you're going to have an increased chance of getting called for a block. So we call it the 4-inch fall because of this one principle. The closer the offensive player, the closer the penetrator gets to you, the lower you're going to get. So let me say that again. The closer the penetrator gets to you, the lower you're going to get. So by the time you actually absorb the contact taking the charge, it's not a 4-foot charge. You're not in a statue position, but you're low and you're in an athletic stance. So that when you actually hit the ground, it's only 4 inches for your butt to make contact with the floor, as opposed to 4 feet for your back to hit the floor. So the first principle that you need to know is the closer the penetrator, the lower you get. That's principle number one. I've got Safu here with me, and Safu's going to talk about a key principle that'll help you as you absorb that contact.
So point 2, and this is one of those crucial things. It's one of those little things that makes a big difference. Mono talked about the closer, the lower, principle 1. The second thing is, and one of the reasons why players don't take charges or are afraid to take charges, because they just flat out hurt. Most players come in and there's a player barreling down and they take the contact with their body. We've all been there. And the after effect is one where you get up, you're shaking, you're bruised, and sometimes you've lost your wind. Well, this is where principle 2 comes in. You want to utilize your friendly forearm. There's nothing in the rules that say that once you can't declare your property and own that property. So instead of taking the contact with your body, we're going to encourage you to take the contact with your forearm. So I'll just use Mono as my demonstrator to start out. So your friendly forearm, you want to keep it parallel to your torso, parallel to your chest, and it's going to be a firm forearm. You're not going to extend it because that looks like a foul. And one of our core PGC principles are that you don't want to do things that look like a foul. So now we keep it close to the body and parallel to the body, but firm. In effect, I'll come around this side. What takes place is when you've got a firm forearm, so it's not going to be soft like a jellyfish, because then you end up hitting yourself. It negates the benefit of having that firm forearm. But with a firm forearm, so Mono will keep it firm, what happens is he takes the hit with the forearm, but you don't have to oversell it, Mono. But what happens is when you get hit with a firm forearm, look what happens to his upper body. So this is all part of the salesmanship that all intelligent players have, is they sell the call. So we're not taking it with the body, but with a firm forearm, firmer, the upper body naturally starts to go back. So it looks to an official like you took contact and you got jostled back. So that's part of selling the charge taking, is having a firm forearm. And we'll work on that in a moment.
So your next principle So that's your level 1 charge, taking a charge on penetration. Let's take a look at it, Sefu, with taking a charge as a help side defender. So your level 2 defense. Here we go.